Hey everybody, Dallas again with Chaos Fragrances. Today we're back with another fragrance review. This time we're going to be taking a look at a fragrance from Dolce Gabbana. This one I don't hear talked about all that often. This one is called Le Fou 21. So I'm going to go ahead and review this one, tell you how it smells, how it performs, when you can wear it, and things like that. So if that sounds interesting to you, let's go and get started. So in the opening of this fragrance, I get a couple different notes right off the bat. I get rum and I get juniper berries. Both of these give it a kind of boozy and sparkling type of smell. There's also tonka bean that gives it a nice powdery sweetness, so it kind of starts off a little bit fresh, a little bit spicy, a little bit aromatic, and also a little bit sweet. So this one's a little bit odd because even though it does have some of these sweeter notes, the way it comes across a little bit fresh and a little bit light, almost like it could be a spring and summer fragrance, even though it does have these sweeter notes like I said. So it's almost like a summer sweet type of fragrance, if that makes any sort of sense. It's very aromatic and very fresh, so it is kind of a nice mix here. It is something that I haven't really smelled all that often before. I can't really compare this to any other fragrance. It's very rich and bold overall, and it's not too bad. And the dry down the tonka bean is a little bit more present. It dries down to a little bit more of a powdery and sweet overall scent, with a little bit of that fresh and spiciness from the opening still present in the dry down. There is something about this scent that's a little bit off-putting to me. I'm not saying that it smells bad, but when I do smell it, it is a little bit sharp and strong, at least to my nose anyway. And it's something that if I smell it up close a little bit too much, it isn't the most pleasant smelling thing in the world. It is a little bit sharp, or at least that's how it comes across. So it's something that, is better if you kind of waft it or if you smell it in the air from someone else. But like I said, for me personally, up close when you first spray it on, it's a little bit sharp, and it actually kind of gave me a headache the first time I smelled it. So, that's something you're kind of gonna have to watch out for. It may not be for everyone when you first spray it. But like I say in all of my videos, when it comes to trying new scents, you need to wear it a few times. You need to give it a second chance, or a third chance, or a fourth chance even, to kind of let your nose get used to it, and then you can make a judgment whether or not you actually like the scent or not. And in this case for me, I've worn it a few more times. I've tried to get used to it, and I have warmed up to it a little bit. I do like it better than what I did in the opening or the first time I smelled it, and I do appreciate it a little bit more now, but it's still not something that is my favorite. Is this something that I'm personally going to wear? Probably not. I'm probably not going to reach for it all that often. My girlfriend actually really likes this scent on me, surprisingly, so I may have to wear it because of that. But it's not something that I'm personally going to like to wear all that much. And that's not me saying it smells bad or anything like that. It's just not something that really resonates with me. I do like aromatic scents. I do like fresh and spicy scents. But this one, there's something about it that I'm just not the hugest fan of. So because of that, it's not something I'm going to be reaching for that often. But it is still a nice, pleasant scent. And if you can pick this up for a good price, I got this one unboxed off of FragranceNet, which basically means that it didn't come with a box. It just came wrapped up in the bottle. But it was still brand new. And I got that for around $25. So if you can find it for about $25, it'll be up to you whether or not you want to do a blind buy on it. For me personally, would I buy it again? I wouldn't, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to like it. Before I talk about performance on this, I just want to jump in here and say, if you haven't checked out my decanting course yet, go ahead and do that now. If you haven't, over to chaosfragrances.com, or click the first link in the description. You can check it out there. If you're looking to recoup some of the funds that you spent, buying a whole bunch of different fragrances and stuff, definitely check out the course. It's going to tell you everything you need to know, how to decant stuff off and make all that money back. Pro members also get the course for only $10. So if you sign up to the pro membership, which is $2 a month, you get a discount and get the course for only $10. Not to mention, in the pro membership, you get a bunch of other perks as well, like monthly giveaways, review requests, other things like that. So it's worth checking out. So now let's go and touch on performance on this one. This performs pretty good on my skin. Longevity, I get about 7 to 8 hours, which is pretty solid. That's really about, in my opinion, all you would need, and anything over like 8 hours, just bonus. I mean, obviously it's nice to have fragrance that lasts over 8 hours, but it's not necessary. So being that this is at the 7 to 8 hour mark, that's definitely a plus. That's a good thing. Longevity is solid. This projects decently. It pushes out a little bit, enough to make itself known but not enough to fill a room, and it's also not a skin scent either, so it's about right in the middle for projection. So performance overall is solid. You really can't complain about too much, and again, if you can pick this one up for about $25 like I did, you can't really complain about that. That's essentially cheapy territory, and it has good performance too, so that's pretty solid. Talking about compliments on this one, this is one that will get you some positive attention. Like I said earlier, my girlfriend likes this one on me, so this is something that can garner positive attention, and because of the performance, it performs good. It's definitely going to make itself known. It's going to last on you throughout your work day or school day or whatever it is you're going to be doing, and the fact that it does project decently, people are going to be able to smell it. Is this going to be a compliment beast, something like Aventus or Sauvage or whatever the case may be? No, it's not, but it is something that is going to get you positive attention. People are going to like the smell on you for the most part. Of course, like with anything, there are probably going to be people that don't really like this, and that's just kind of how it goes. Not everyone's going to like the scent. That's not a big deal. It's just something that you kind of have to live with. This is one of those ones where if you like the scent, wear it with confidence and you wear it, proudly, other people are probably going to appreciate it and they're going to compliment you on it. But if you are looking solely for compliments, you're probably going to want to look somewhere else. At least in my opinion, you're going to want something a little bit more safe. If you want to stick with Dolce & Gabbana, you can go with something like the One Eau de Parfum, or if you want something fresh, you can go with Light Blue Intense or Light Blue Swimming in La Piri or La Pari. Either of those are good ones. So this, I would say, is more for someone who wants something unique, something that's a little bit different, something a little bit more out there. But again, like I said, it will still get you positive attention. So when can you wear this scent? I would say this could be probably a good signature scent. So something you can wear through all of the seasons and pretty much any temperature, and for just about any situation. Spring, summer, fall, winter, I feel like it would work for all of them. Spring and summer, you might want to limit your sprays because it is a little bit sweet. Again, it does have that spiciness and that freshness that it could work in warmer weather, but I would say you would want to be a little bit more careful about it. Fall and winter though, I think it's going to work really good. It has a nice sweetness to it where that would work great. I could also see this working really well for date nights or any sort of event in the evening. It has a nice sweetness and a little bit of a dressy type of smell to where it could work for that as well. But like I said, I think it's going to be a great signature scent for just about any time of year, for any situation. You can rock this one and you'll be doing good. The performance is pretty good, so it will help push through in the winter and fall in a little bit cooler weather, so that'll be a plus as well. So touching on price, like I talked about earlier, I picked this one up on FragranceNet for about 25 bucks unboxed. I'm not sure how many of those they have or how long that deal is going to be around, so if you're interested in this, now's the time to probably head over to FragranceNet and pick it up. Again, $25 is, like I said, that's a really good price for this. That's the whole reason I picked it up. The notes looked pretty good to me, but the fact that it was so cheap, I figured why not give it a shot. And for a 100 ml Dolce & Gabbana fragrance for $25, that's pretty hard to beat. A lot of cheapies are around the $20, $25 range, or under $30 you could just say. And you don't see Dolce & Gabbana fragrances in that category that often. They're more in the mid-range, $50 price point at discounters, so it's pretty cool to see that, so I went ahead and jumped on it. Do I think you should blind buy this fragrance? I would say at the price that it is, if the notes look interesting to you, I would go ahead and give it a shot. Again, like I said, for me personally, I like the scent, I think it's nice, but it's not something that I'm in love with, and it's not something I'm going to wear that often. So in that case, I couldn't really say that it was a bad blind buy for me because I don't hate the scent. If I hated the scent, then that would be, a mistake on my end, a bad blind buy. But like I said, I don't hate the scent. I just don't think it's really anything to write home about, and it's not something I'm going to be wearing that often. But you may be different though. You may end up getting the scent and you may really like it, and in that case that would be great. Or you may end up getting the scent and you may hate it. Like I said, I'm pretty much right in the middle. I think it smells nice. It's nothing fantastic though. So it's really up to you. If you take a look at the notes and you watch this review, kind of form your own opinions on it and give it a shot. Or don't give it a shot if it sounds like crap to you. Like I said, at $25 for a 100 ml Dolce & Gabbana fragrance, it's pretty hard to beat at that price, and I would recommend just about anyone to just give it a shot. Maybe you'll end up really liking it. Again, this one isn't talked about that much. People around you definitely aren't going to be wearing this one, so if you do end up grabbing this one, you're going to be smelling unique. You're going to have something that is different than everyone else, and that's always a plus. So guys, that's going to do it for this video. That's my review on Dolce & Gabbana 21 Le Fou. If you guys enjoyed this review, don't forget to leave a like down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a night post. And that's it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.